It was a quiet town where nothing much happened until David met Evelyn. David was a charming young man, full of life and ambition, and Evelyn was the most beautiful girl he had ever seen. She had an ethereal grace, her pale skin glowing in the moonlight and her soft smile entrancing. They met by chance in the town's park, and from the moment their eyes locked, it was as if they were destined for one another. Their love blossomed quickly, and soon enough, David couldn't imagine his life without her. Evelyn was mysterious, never speaking much about her family or her past. David didn't push, he was too captivated by her presence. After months of dating, David decided to propose. His family, thrilled with the idea, prepared an engagement party. Evelyn suggested that they hold the wedding at her family's estate, a large, ancient mansion hidden deep in the woods just outside of town. The day of the wedding arrived. David's family drove up to the sprawling estate, marveling at its size and grandeur, though they found it strange that there was no sign of life around. The house seemed untouched by time, its windows dark and empty as if it hadn't been inhabited for years. But Evelyn assured them her family would be there soon. As evening fell, guests started to arrive, but they were odd, pale, quiet, moving with eerie grace. David's family felt uneasy, but he was too focused on Evelyn to notice. The ceremony was beautiful, bathed in candlelight, and Evelyn looked stunning in her old-fashioned lace gown. As the night grew darker, the strange guests never spoke a word but simply observed, their hollow eyes fixed on the couple. Then, as David kissed his bride, sealing their vows, the air grew cold. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew out the candles, plunging the room into darkness. A chill ran down David's spine. His mother screamed, and as the lights flickered back on, David's heart dropped. His mother lay on the floor, eyes wide open, unmoving. She was dead. Panic erupted, and David turned to Evelyn, confused and terrified, but she stood there, unblinking, her smile gone, replaced by an empty, emotionless stare. Her eyes no longer sparkled, they were dark, hollow. The once beautiful face of his bride twisted into something terrifying, her skin pale as a corpse, and then David saw it. The truth he had ignored for months. Evelyn was not alive. Her family, the guests, they were all dead. Ghosts. David's world shattered as Evelyn's chilling voice echoed in his ears. "I never meant to hurt you, David, but you belong to us now." Her words were cold, devoid of the love she once showed. As David's family tried to escape, they found the doors locked, the windows sealed. A deathly silence fell over the room as one by one. His family fell to the ground lifeless. It was as if their souls were being drained by the very walls of the mansion. David, horrified, ran through the halls searching for a way out, but the house seemed to shift around him, trapping him in its endless corridors. Outside, the event management team and police arrived, responding to frantic calls from neighbors who had heard the screams. But when they entered the mansion, all they found was death. David's family lay scattered across the ballroom, their faces frozen in terror. Blood pooled on the marble floor, yet there was no sign of a struggle, no explanation for the horror that had unfolded. The bride and groom were gone. Evelyn and her family had vanished, leaving no trace behind, as if they had never existed. But the house remained, silent, still, watching, waiting for its next visitors. The mansion became a place of legend, spoken of in hushed tones by the townsfolk. No one dared go near it, for it was said that the souls of those who entered were claimed by the ghostly family who had lived and died there long ago. And somewhere in the shadows of that cursed estate, David's soul wandered, trapped for eternity, forever bound to the ghost bride he had once loved.